Good morning, guys. It's 9 o'clock and it's Friday morning. It's the, oh God, I've forgotten the date, 9th, I think, 10th maybe. Um, some of you know we collected a swarm, and I'm going to put some video of it. It's only a crappy little mobile video, but just to show you, we collected it up off a tree, sorry, off a chimney, and uh, the we were up there or I was up there for 2 hours collecting the swarm, and we brought the swarm back here. We had a few problems just to sort of get the bees into the hive. When we first put them in the hive, everything was okay. They went in and settled and everything else. But the next day, there was a little mass on the outside of the hive, and by the afternoon, every single bee was out of the hive on the thing. And what it turned out was they didn't like the foundation that was the in the hive, and it was a new foundation. So what I did was I made up some sugar syrup and I painted the foundation with a sugar, or sprayed it with the sugar syrup, and they sort of went in then in the next day. But what we found over the last couple of days was that this hive got really aggressive. Now we think it might have been down to something that's on my suit. So today I've washed my suit, and as you can see, I'm here. I'm not being pinged yet. Whereas when I was down by the other red shed and this suit was hanging in that shed, we were being stung right, left and centre. Tina got stung on the head, I got stung. There's a photo coming up of me. I wore my suit that day to my training with my mentor, and I had a bee manage to get up inside the suit and stung me on the lip, and it made my lip sort of swell up. So these are the joys of beekeeping, guys. So we don't know whether it was something on the suit that they didn't like, because a hive that I was working with before with no problems all of a sudden got quite aggressive with me. But this hive was aggressive, so what we decided to do, we wasn't sure if we got the queen or not, because there was a little hole in the cement on the chimney, and I had a feeling the queen was in there. However, the swarm has settled in the hive now. But what I did that night when I got stung on the lip at my mentors was I brought back a new queen cell, just in case it was the queen that was causing these to be like this. So we actually stuck the queen cell onto one of the frames within the hive, and today what we did was, to stop the queen coming out once they all went in, was we put an excluder along here, a queen excluder, to stop the queen coming out, so that the hive would stay in there, and it seems to have worked. There's a few bees around this morning, but it is early. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open the hive today. We're going to have a look to see how aggressive they are, and we're going to remove that excluder. And the reason for that is we want the new queen cell is due to hatch in a couple of days, and we want her to be able to go off, have a fly around to do a mating flight, so that when she comes back, she's then mated, ready to start laying eggs and things throughout the you know, the hive and what have you, so that it can grow ready for the winter. So bear with me 1 second while I just grab some smoke. So all I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put a small puff of smoke in. I have been taught not to use it, but I'm going to use it because they were aggressive. But like I said, I couldn't have done this the other day, and I've been up here setting the cameras up today with no issues at all. Let me just open that. Typical. It's gone out. Might be enough in there though. So already now I've got something around my head, but again, I'm not being sort of hit with it. But the other day, like I said, they were attacking us down at the thing down there now. What we have on here is some fondant. We're feeding some fondant, and in here I'm feeding some sugar syrup, but I've got a frame that a lot of people don't seem to like. I'm just going to put a bit of smoke in here a sec just to calm them. I can hear them going mad in there. So I'm going to take this off now. They seem to be a lot more settled than they have been over the last few days. I've got a few up around me, but that's not a problem. They're not actually pinging me and trying to get at my face and everything else. Whereas over the last sort of few weeks, they've been trying to sting me, and, or say last few weeks, but the last things, you know, last sort of few days have been trying to sting me. Now I've got a couple around me, but like I said, I'm not bothered about that. My thing for today is to check to see whether they're drawing out comb. And I don't know if you can hear the buzzing going on here, but I can already see they're drawing out comb. So I'm just going to give them another little smoke. And I want to go, ideally today, I want to be looking to see if there is a queen in here. We've got a few drones in here, which is good. So I'm quite happy with this at the moment. This has really settled down, so all I can say is there must have been something on my suit that they didn't like. As you can see here, guys, they are drawing out comb, which is good for us. I don't know if you're making that out, but all here, look. So I got a couple pinging me now around the head, but again, it's not a problem. It's only because I've been... Again, they're really drawing that one out. And here you will see the queen cell, look guys. Okay, I don't know if you can quite make that out, but just right in this corner is where we put that queen cell. And they've obviously been looking after it. So I'm hoping that over the next few days she's going to hatch out. But this comb that we put in here the other day had... this cell we put in on Tuesday had no comb drawn out at all on it. So they've been working quite hard on it. Just going to give them another little bit of smoke just to calm them down. And I'm really happy with this, guys, because this hive was really aggressive a few days ago, and all of a sudden now today, like I said, I've washed the suit. I've got a few flying around me, but they're not actually trying to get inside the suit and, you know, and leaving stings and everything on me. Because these gloves were absolutely plastered in stings from when the last few days. Oh, this is really well. Look at that. And we've even got honey stores in them. So I'm well chuffed with that, guys. So they've obviously accepted the hive. In fact, there's a fair bit of honey in there. I don't know if you can see it glistening. So I'm well chuffed with that. Not even a week, and look at it. Honey already. I can't see a queen on here. You might be able to hear this buzzing, but it's all good. But like I said, today I'm looking for that queen. Again, another one, and again really heavy with honey. I have to say, after the last few days, guys, where they've been pinging us and stinging and everything else, I'm really chuffed the way this is going today. So obviously they're a bit more content in here. Well, I'm not seeing any eggs, so I'm assuming there is no queen in the actual hive. which will be good. But this cell will supersede the queen that's in here anyway, okay? Again, another one, you know, half full of honey. I thought I saw the queen then, but it's just a drone. And it's quite a nice morning to be doing this. It's not cold, but it's nice and early so that it's not causing anybody else any grief. And until, like I said, until these bees get used to me and I get used to them, I'll be wearing the suit just to protect myself a bit because I've had enough stings. But these guys are much calmer, so I don't know whether it's the presence of that new queen cell or whether there is a queen in here and they've just decided, right, okay, this is now our new home, because you know the comb now is really well built up there, look. So I'm well proud with that. We're just looking for the queen. Now if you could see these drones here, much bigger than most of the other bees, but they're just drones. You see there? They also have a furry sort of abdomen and no stinger. So if you notice here, guys, you can see two bees. This one there, look, and this one here. They're just either putting in nectar into the cells or they're actually having a feed. But all I can say is I'm well chuffed. Again, there's one of those drones there, look. Furry tail, I don't know if you're making it out, but it's a furry tail, no stinger on them at all. See if I can get them to pick up. And they start to store some pollen as well, which is nice. So, but I can't see any eggs. So I'm assuming this hive is actually queenless at the moment. But all I can say, guys, is after the last few days, and some of you will know from my Facebook groups and the messages I've been leaving about how aggressive these have been. Even this frame they've started drawing out slowly. But the queen wouldn't be on here anyway, she'd be on one of them ones that is well drawn out. But all I can say, guys, is I am well pleased with that. So what I'm going to do today, I have a feeder frame. Now I know a lot of people don't like them, okay, but I'm going to use one just to give them some food within the colony. So I'm going to move. I had to put in a small super frame, so I can take that out and I can put the feeder frame in right on the end here. Bear me a sec while I just grab it and put some food in it. Okay, so this is the feeder frame, and I'm just going to put it in. It's got a float in it. The reason I'm using it, because originally I wasn't going to be taking it, but wasn't going to be using it, but especially after things I'd read and spoken to other people about. But it turned up. I'd already ordered it and it's turned up, so I'm going to try using it as well as using it out there. So all I'm going to do now at the moment, I'm just going to pour in some sugar syrup. And the reason for these is that they don't like these is because they tend to leak and things like that, because they're only made out of plywood. So I've made up a few pints by here, which should fill up this feeder frame. It's got a little block of wood in it, which will prevent the bees from drowning. There we are. and this should help them on their way to there you go, great. Should help them on their way to settling down a bit more, because they've got food within the hive then, but they're already storing honey, so that's all good. Okay, the next thing is I need to take off the box, and I need to remove that excluder first. So gently does it. Okay, so now we're just going to give that a brush off. Actually, I'll give it a smoking if I got any smoke. No, it's gone out. So we'll just put this back on as it was. And this is just going to get ready for when the queen needs to do her mating flights, guys. So I'm quite happy with that. Inevitably you catch a couple of bees when you're doing this. There's not a lot you can do about it. Okay, so I'm going to put that back. So now they should have plenty of food. I think that's about right. There we are, guys. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Just going to leave them to it now, and I'll have them following me for a little while now, but they should just soon go. Hopefully they're not going to be aggressive all the time. What I may do is just put a bit more smoke in the thing, and they should go then. Because at the moment they're telling me they're not happy with me, which is the way they've been for the last few days. They've been a bit aggressive with me and what have you, but like I said, we'll sort that out with the new queen. But like I gotta be honest with you guys, that went really well, so I'm chuffed to bits with that. And guys, I'm now down by the car, okay, and this is the issue I get. Alright, as you can see, they're really aggressive, so it all went really well up there, but as soon as I walked away, these guards sort of came, and they just literally won't go away. Now if I wasn't wearing this suit, I'd be stung all over now, and that's the reason why we wanted to put that queen cell in, and hopefully we can get these guys to just chill out a little bit as the queen starts replacing them. So as these die and new ones come in place, then it should be a lot calmer swarm. I couldn't see a queen in there, couldn't see any sign of any eggs, even though the comb was drawn out a fair bit. So all I can assume is that there was no queen in there, and this is one of the reasons why they're so aggressive. It happens, but it's a good learning experience for a new beekeeper like myself, because the simple reason being is it's taught me how to deal with them. If you've got an aggressive hive, you have to requeen it, end of. So that's what we're doing, but that's going to take a bit of time. But as you can see, all these around me, these are all guards, and they're basically trying to see me off. They're doing their jobs, but obviously we can't have that on an allotment. So what we will do, we've put the cell in a few days ago, which is due to hatch any day now. Hopefully it'll hatch out into a new queen. We'll check again now in 2 or 3 days time, and if that's hatched out, she will go off on her mating flight, and then she'll come back, start laying eggs. Now by that point, most of those frames will have full comb for ready to lay, and then as these guys die, new ones will come in place, and they should be a lot calmer. Anyway guys, that's it for this episode. It's only a sort of finishing up episode of the bees. We will keep you informed as how they go, but it's a learning curve for us, and we just thought we'd take you on the route with it. It is nice to have bees at the plot, although they have made things a little awkward for me as far as doing stuff. But like I said, I set up the cameras this morning all around them, no problems at all. It's only been since I've opened them up again. Now I'm going to stand here for a bit, let them go settle themselves back down, and then I need to get on with some stuff. In the last episode you'll have seen about all the water and stuff like that. That's all now addressed, and I'm pleased to say that we're back up and running. And I just want to say thanks for everybody who's been viewing. Please share our videos and please subscribe. I really want to grow this channel now. It's getting to the point where we're trying to get loads of different things going on, and I have listened to you guys as well. We've had loads and loads and loads of people asking, can we do more updated videos on the chickens, how to clean them out, things like that. So we're going to do a back to basics on the chickens. Now over the last few weeks, because of everything that's been going on, I haven't actually got around to cleaning them up. So the coops are quite mucky at the moment, but because of the weather they're outside most of the time, so I've left them on purpose so that we can do that video for you. So that'll be an upcoming video over the next few days, or maybe the next week or so, guys. Alright, so keep an eye out for that as well, for those of you who have been asking. But please share our videos, you know, tell others about the channel. We really want to grow, and if you know, if you're a member of any sort of forums and things like that, please, you know, just let people know what, you know, what we're doing here. We try to make it as interesting as possible for you. Anyway guys, that's it from this episode from me and the bees. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.